What's going on? It is SEC After Dark. We are live on a Wednesday night. Happy 8th of May. I don't have the witty saying for 8th of May, but May the 8th be with you. I don't know if that makes
I'm
sense.
sorry. It's just the day that Brian Kelly and Hugh Freeze is bravely fighting against paying players.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad they are.
So brave. Such a brave stance.
Somebody need to stand up and say it. Good job.
Yes.
Guys.
Yeah. Good job, guys. And I want to thank you because everybody that's recruiting against Auburn and LSU, that is on the letterhead now.
Yeah.
I want to thank you because Auburn is on the schedules of both Vandy State and Georgia. So
that's right.
I want to thank you. I'm hoping we can talk Kalen DeBoer into that too. And maybe confusion. And we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Maybe Lane Kiffin will jump on board.
Oh, that's not happening.
Yeah,
No.
He's very hardcore going the other direction.
Yeah, Lane benefits from
Yeah.
NIL in the portal.
No, he's going to see the light. He's be like, "Oh, my friend Brian, he is."
Walker Jones from the Grove Collective is basically the monopoly guy right now.
Brian Kelly's like, "Welcome to my family."
Family.
And Hugh Freeze down there. Oh, praise the Lord! We've got NIL eradicated, and we're going to develop our quarterbacks. And you know what like TV evangelist.
No, I got the joke.
Yeah.
You just don't want me to ever do that again.
Yeah, never.
No.
That again.
Never.
It's like righteous gemstones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on if they put righteous gemstones with Last Chance U, that would be Auburn's football program.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would have been Auburn's football program for about the last 15 years.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but especially now with Hugh Freeze. But anyway, before we get into all that, I want to tell you guys we're presented by DeadSoxy. If you want to
DeadSoxy. Oh, sorry.
If you want to buy some really cool socks and support Ole Miss NIL while you're at it, visit DeadSoxy.com. You can get those that Steve is holding, any one of those socks over Steve's right shoulder, and this next pair, and also the classic 1985 tube sock.
Yeah, we got some of those too.
There you go.
There we are.
You
Straight
can
Bad News Bears.
That's right. You can up your sock game by just a simple click of the mouse. A couple of clicks of the mouse. Go to DeadSoxy.com. Join. Do the membership. You get 25% off. Such a cool set of socks. You can up your sock game, like I said, and you get free shipping as well if you join as a member. So it's a great deal, and you're supporting a good cause for Steve, at least.
Well, they also have regular socks for all the schools. I mean, if you can be Georgia fans, Tennessee fans, Alabama fans, the whole 9 yards. I'm sure even Aggie Door fans can get socks there as well. You don't have to join the NIL program. If you're interested, they have that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, that's good. So what Steve said. All right. So visit DeadSoxy.com, join, get the 25% discount, free shipping, all that good stuff at DeadSoxy.com. And remember the slogan, stay Soxy, my friends.
Exactly.
Also, if we make any sort of picks on any sort of games that we might decide to choose wagers on, like we want to go NBA After Dark, betonline.ag provides all of that for you. Playoffs are in full swing, both in the NBA and NHL, MLB. Steve is a lifelong Tigers fan as of a year and a half ago.
Oh, and it's not that long. A little over a year.
A year and some change. I was trying to give you a little bit of credit, but
no. I'm a lifer for like a year, so it's pretty cool to be a lifelong Tigers fan for the last year. I understand that. I don't need that extra half a year.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. Well, visit betonline.ag and they have all the lines, everything you want from live odds, parlays, pick, futures, anything you want to bet. Betonline.ag has it. So go there.
All right. You know what time it is, everybody? It's time to get locked on pickles. Stewart's Cajun Pickles, that is.
Refrigerate.
Refrigerate them. They offer a wide variety of Cajun spice products like pickles, green beans, okra, even carrots and asparagus. I am going to be having a meet and greet in the Jackson, Mississippi area on July 2nd. And you know who I'm going to have with me? Stewart's Cajun Dill Pickles. They're going to be hawking their wares and all of that. So they're going to be along for the ride. And, you can find these pickle products online at pickledstore.com or at your local Rouse's Market or other Gulf Coast stores near you. That's easy for you to say. Be sure to like Stewart's Cajun Dill product on Facebook and Instagram. Try these pickles, okra, or beans today. You will not be disappointed. Stewart's Cajun Dill pickles, the South's favorite pickle.
All right. Pickles and socks and betting. The Holy Trinity. So, Steve.
White Sox.
Your least favorite team, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, no.
Are they?
I tried to do Childers, but went into a Blair. Sorry.
That's the Giants. Wait till I give you a cue on the Giants. It's a San Francisco Giants fan. All right. So Steve, Auburn and LSU are taking on the NIL.
Yes, it is an incredibly brave stance that they're taking.
It is.
For them to come out and take this stance against paying players in this era, it's definitely not a situation to where they couldn't do it or they were too poor to do it. And if they would have done it, it would have hurt other aspects. It's not that at all. And this is just a situation to where they don't believe in paying $1 million for a mediocre quarterback when you have somebody like Peyton Thorne on your team that can obviously be a Heisman candidate. At LSU, they're not going to pay for people that need money and want money to play football. They don't need Jaden Daniels. They can take Scrubby McScrubberton and put him back there at quarterback and win 10 games at LSU. This is incredibly brave with somebody as talented as Hugh Freeze and Brian Kelly. And honestly, I think this is well past due.
All right, then.
I sense a little sarcasm. I love it. It's I as a Georgia fan and somebody who is bringing some podcast love to the Vandy State Aggie doors. I love that Auburn is taking on NIL. I love that they're raging against the machine.
Head on. Yes,
they are raging against the machine, and I absolutely love it because they got ran out of the building by New Mexico State last year, and that whole team is in Nashville now, just about. And so that's going to be a lot of fun for Hugh Freeze.
Including their coach.
Including their head coach, their offensive coordinator, their running backs coach, their defensive coordinator, their quarterback, and their two of their quarterbacks, their starter and their backup.
Dang.
I think they're about to get a running back for them too, and they're about to get a tight end. So Clark
Lee wants to beat Auburn so bad that he just pretty much just grabbed the entire New Mexico State team and was like, "Here, move out east."
Well, last year Auburn evened the series,
right?
Yeah, Vandy had the advantage, and Auburn was able to break that tie, I think. So Vandy is determined to get this back to 500.
Dude, even
they don't want it to be a situation where Texas is the only school that they have a winning record against.
Right.
So they got Auburn set in the crosshairs. Even Vandy, this is crazy. Even Vandy's like, yeah, we're finally going to get on NIL. We're finally going to get involved with it. And they've gotten some pretty good transfers as a result.
Just out of curiosity's sake, did Brian Kelly and them say that NIL shouldn't happen or that they just don't need it because they're too good?
No. Okay. We've hit talking season at this point. So you can take about 50% of what they say is truth and then the rest of it is spin. They're saying, Brian Kelly is saying that he is looking for athletes that want to play football first and not just people that they're all in it for the money. They're looking for football players. And honestly, if we're going to be real about this, Kirby Smart can pull that off. He can do that. He can play that game because they're going to win 10, 11, 12 games every single year. But if you throw up a 6-6 with a quote out there that has been clipped up by everybody about how you're not willing to play the game, oh my goodness, that is fan base suicide if it goes terribly.
Yep.
Oh yeah. And it's yeah.
I'm here for it.
I'm definitely here for that.
By the way, have you seen DraftKings early SEC lines that have came out? LSU was a favorite over Alabama and Ole Miss.
Oh,
who lost their Heisman-winning quarterback, who was led an unbelievable offense that only Joe Burrow is closest to. Two first-round wide receivers, all of their running backs, their top 2 running backs. Their defense was one of the worst that I've ever seen in my entire life. That team is going to beat Alabama and Ole Miss, both of which are in the top 10.
Wow.
I'm as close as I am to saying that's free money to any Ole Miss fan that wants to take the 2.5 points.
Yeah, they should not be favored.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, Alabama's still Alabama. Let's just. Yeah. It's not like they lost every bit of talent they had.
Right. Like, if the game's in Tiger Stadium, LSU automatically gets 15 points. I mean, that's the only way this makes sense.
And like I said, with Alabama's case, give DeBoer 2 to 3 years, let his guys get in that system, and then we'll see what we have. And let Saban's guys get out.
I was like, but not this year. This year still Saban's guys.
Yeah, this year they're, outside of secondary where we're kind of thin at the moment, that's the only real blemish that we have on the roster.
I know how that feels.
I don't.
Yeah. I was going to say, did Lane Kiffin respond to Brian Kelly by saying, yeah, you could go that route and hold up a bag of money?
Right.
That's exactly what happened. He went and picked up Isaiah Hamilton, who was the top available cornerback in the portal.
He said, that's one way to go, but my way, bag of cash.
I'm telling you, Ole Miss essentially right now is community chest.
Yeah.
Draw that card. Nope. You want a beauty pageant, $100, that's what's going on.
Definitely.
And LSU is playing a game, is drawing from the chance deck.
Yeah.
Go straight to jail.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
You think the Brian Kelly thing was in any relation to the fact that their children's cancer charity dried up because of FBI charges?
Ooh.
Wait, what?
It's just a fancy way of saying, hey, we can't pay you. So I'm going to say, yeah, we don't want to ruin our family by paying you. It's like a combination of Orville Redenbacher and Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
His accent. It's like Colonel Sanders, Orville Redenbacher, and Forrest Gump all just kind of merged into one voice.
Oh,
did y'all see the top 25 that was put out by Joel Klatt the other day?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think I did.
Sure. I think Georgia was like 2, Ole Miss was 5, Alabama was 7, Tennessee was like 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
And SEC schools by Joel Klatt, whenever he does a poll and puts SEC schools in there, he's not doing that because he doesn't any sort of coercion. It's not like Paul Feinbaum putting an SEC school in or somebody from ESPN. This guy's at Fox. He has no financial incentive to take care of the SEC.
Right.
Exactly. So that makes it even more special when he does give SEC love.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people hate Joel Klatt. I don't hate Joel Klatt. I think he's
the second or third best college football analyst out there right now.
He's really good. Mm-hmm. And and that doesn't say that sometimes he says some things and I'm like, what are you talking about? But I mean, it's just
everybody is loyal to their paycheck.
Yep.
If ESPN hired Joel Klatt, all of a sudden he'd be the biggest SEC guy you've ever seen.
Yep.
Because you're loyal to your paycheck.
And I would completely understand.
Mm-hmm.
I would completely get it.
I just don't understand putting Ohio State ahead of Georgia. Not because of SEC homerism, but when you have a team that hasn't lost in 2 years and they still look like a great team this year, I don't understand that at all.
They got one loss.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Got one loss.
Two national championships in a row, though.
Ohio State has gotten skulled, against Michigan the last 3 years.
Exactly. And I understand, okay, well, this year they probably won't.
And against Missouri in the bowl game.
Yeah. They're just they're turning into USC of the Midwest.
I mean, I know
they are soft.
Missouri has improved the last couple of years, but it's still Missouri. You figured a team like Ohio State would roll them.
But they should. Yeah.
Right.
Even if you're sitting out a lot of players, and don't get me wrong, I expect them to be in the top, 3 or 4, but putting them ahead of Georgia, I just don't understand that at all.
Right.
No, I don't get that. I mean, they've got to earn that. And they had a chance to beat Georgia and earn some of that, but they just fell apart down the stretch of that game.
Yeah. And Ohio State is number 1 because they're the best Big Ten team, and he's a Fox broadcast. The opposite of the financial pressure is there it is. It would be like, it'd be a big deal if Paul Feinbaum put Ohio State number 1, but no, he's not going to do that.
No,
that makes sense, because I was wondering why Michigan was still so high too, and Penn State both way up there. Which, again, Michigan's still going to be a good program, but I expect them to take a step back this year.
Big 12 and Big 10's always going to be propped up on a Joel Klatt thing, but you need to pay attention to the non-Fox schools that are on the list. So the ACC schools that might be up on the list, or the SEC schools.
Yeah, which I don't know which ACC schools would really warrant that, but
Florida State.
He's high on Clemson too. Yeah, Florida State and Clemson both. Yeah,
Clemson. He's another one. Dabo is another one that is bravely fighting against paying players.
He's been that for years.
Such bravery. While he catches his $11 million a year paycheck.
I was gonna say, and you see what that's doing to his program. I don't see why you would follow his lead.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Alabama dodged a bullet with him.
Big time.
Yeah.
Huge bullet.
They did.
Yeah, I hate that, but y'all did.
Big time bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And that being said, Jake, you should have hired him.
No. No, never Dabo.
Oh.
Well,
Corey, one thing I'm looking forward to, but not really expecting to see anytime soon, is when Georgia Tech finally beats Kirby.
I mean, it's going to happen at some point.
It's going to happen. But I want to see exactly, is it going to be elation like the end of Revenge of the Nerds?
It always is.
Yeah.
Take what Mississippi State does when they beat Ole Miss. Times that by like 30. Georgia Tech fans love to see Georgia lose more than they love to see their own team win. Let me just put it that way.
State fans will tell you they would rather go 1-11 with that one being a win over Ole Miss than 11-1 and that one loss being a loss to Ole Miss.
Yeah,
they will honestly admit that.
Yeah, they will. And Tech fans will admit it too. Tech fans are just elated. Even there was a game years ago where Georgia they were still in the mix of it, but they needed some help from, I think it was in 2007, I think, where they needed help from Tennessee to get in the SEC championship because Tennessee beat them head to head. And if Kentucky would have beaten Tennessee in like that triple overtime game, Jeb, you remember that one?
Oh yeah.
We completely shelled Georgia Tech that night, and the Tennessee game was in overtime, and it ended like as we were exiting the stadium. So like Georgia fans were crowding around where the suites were at Bobby Dodd Stadium, where they had the TVs on and people were watching the Kentucky-Tennessee game and just living and dying with each snap. Well, on our way out, when we didn't make it to the SEC championship, Georgia Tech fans were singing Rocky Top to us. And we had just beat them by like 30 points.
Yeah.
They were loving every second of the fact that we were going to miss out on the SEC championship. And then that was the year that we completely shellacked Hawaii in the Sugar Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How in the world did Hawaii make a daggone Sugar Bowl?
Colt Brennan.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
Yeah, and but 18,000 passing yards or something like that.
Yeah. Through like threw like 70 a game or something like that. My gosh.
Jake, if you need to run out for a little while,
No,
chase
they're
out some
all
tornadoes is fine.
yeah. I've got my local guys on my phone here watching, so I don't have any near me right now. I got one north of me, but they're all going north, so we're good.
I'm just saying, if one comes close and you want to jump in the truck and
I'll take y'all with me.
little twister,
So you're saying we know what Helen Hunt's doing tonight?
Yeah.
So you're saying you're going to switch to your cell phone?
Sounds like Cassidy wants to play Helen Hunt. I don't blame her. Go have fun.
Hey,
yes. Sounds like we're gonna go along. You better take us along for the ride. StreamYard on your phone.
I will.
You don't need an app, just the browser. StreamYard on your phone. We will shut up and let you do all the talking.
But if you do that, we have to have the theme music from Stroker Ace in the background from what's going on.
I'll try to do that too.
Stroke race, race. He had a mean street 2 feet wide. Son of a gun with a taste for fun, more than his share of pride. Take a dirt curve to the devil's nerve and make a car dance across mud.
Speaking of Helen Hunt, I think that new Twisters movie's got a release date of June something. I think.
Oh, does it? I forgot all about that.
Good, dude.
It does look good.
Of course, it's not realistic when people are at a rodeo and it's not raining or not storming, and all of a sudden a tornado just drops out of the sky.
Yeah.
Like, what the?
Far enough away that they can just marvel at it for a minute.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We got sisters.
Yeah.
Cow. Another cow. No, I think that was.
I don't care what anybody says. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
It is one of my favorite movies.
It is. It's a really good movie.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman crushed it.
The Extreme.
I know. I'm gonna miss him.
Oh,
the
Dusty's
Extreme, man.
Yeah. So good. Bill Paxton sniffing dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss those guys.
Then you had the the nerd crew with their nice Suburbans and
it was Carrie Elways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's who that guy is.
Mm-hmm.
Steve's old enough to know that.
Mm-hmm. That's Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Exactly. Princess Bride too, but more Robin Hood Men in Tights.
I was at a time where I didn't know who the actors were unless they were just super mega stars. That I was like at that age where I was like, hey, this movie is really cool. But I don't know who half these people are except Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun going back and watching movies from my childhood and realizing big stars were in them. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, Cameron was in that movie too. I forget his name.
I would like to learn about him, Jeb. If you ever do a show.
From Ferris Bueller,
Yeah,
Cameron.
that's true. Oh, yeah. Ferris Bueller, you're my hero. Yeah.
Don't hold the maps. Roll them.
Don't.
Yeah, he shows up in random things.
Yeah.
Kids these days will never understand. Jake will never understand rolling the maps instead of folding them.
Mm.
Never. I don't even think I ever used a map, honestly.
Jake just turned
They
18.
don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
He's like, how do you roll up Google Maps?
Oh, I got a story about this right here that Rick and Bonnie just put up. So I was 7 or 8 years old and went to Universal Park, and we did that.
It's like 2014.
Yeah. And I mean, I thought it was a real tornado and all that. I was crying like a baby. I was scared to death.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
It is a good ride. Or was, yeah.
It was. I don't think it's there no more, but yeah. Yeah. But that's scared to death.
I was going to say that's the other thing Twister gave us is that iconic cow flying through a tornado,
Yeah.
That's
cow
every tornado.
Yeah.
And then, another cow. No, I think that was the same one.
Mm-hmm.
When that movie came out, I was working it was just a summer job while I was in college or something like that, and I was working at the WB store. So I saw a bunch of Space Jam stuff, Twister. Yeah, it was like trailers all the time and all that. So by the time the movie came out, I was completely brainwashed in the fact that I was going to see Twister because I'd seen it every day for like 4 months.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it inspired you to go tornado chasing.
No. Although the girl just having a mental breakdown in the stairwell, visiting from California the first time, Tennessee, she got caught as a tornado warning was one of the highlights of my day. Just mentally breaking down.
It was two extremes. I feel like I would do that with an earthquake, though, to be fair. But it was two extremes. Like, she was having a mental breakdown in the stairwell, and Steve, you and me and Tom are standing by the window trying to see if we see it.
Yeah.
We might as well have been. We might as well
because it was one of those glass office buildings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were in a literal fishbowl.
Because like Twister, you just assume you'll see it from a distance. You can safely get away. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
We knew
how they always work.
There was an emergency exit like 15 feet away from the door. We could have gotten to the stairwell, even if it was hitting part of the building at that moment.
Yeah. No problems.
Yeah. We're like, where is it? And she's like,
But my goodness, I honestly doubt that this girl ever came back to the South after this.
Oh wow.
It was one of those. She wasn't crying. She was freaking like heavy, ugly crying in front of other people. And girls, if they do that, that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I felt bad, and she was like yelling at us to get in the stairwell, like slow down. We're from the South. We've seen these before. Steve's like, I'm from Mississippi. I'm gonna go give it a hug. Yeah, Mississippi and Georgia and Vermont. I don't know if they get tornadoes in Vermont.
Yeah, Tom went to UT.
So he's been in the South long enough.
So he'd been down there long enough where he had fully done it. But you had Mississippi, Georgia. My hometown was one of those split towns too, where the weather would just go, never hit us directly.
Mm-hmm.
You always want to live like a little bit south and west.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Steve's right. Smyrna was like that. Murfreesboro would get hit all the time. Nashville would get hit. Somehow Smyrna almost never did. Mm-hmm. We got real lucky.
White House.
I think it's because of there was those foothills and everything in Nolensville. I think Nolensville was the thing that caused it to split because the land kind of grew up.
So what's going I guess Bellevue going into Fairview, there's some foothills there too.
Yeah. I think something like that happened.
It crushes Dixon all the time.
Yeah.
And then it gets all the way to Bon Aqua, just destroys Bon Aqua. It gets to Fairview and just boom, breaks apart.
Huh.
No one else in this entire all 137 people have no clue what the hell I'm talking about, except for Steve and Jeb. But
Weagle 10, we are talking about twisters. We're making fun of a Californian that was at Rivals during a tornado storm.
And unfortunately,
we're talking about weather events. Yeah, and we're making fun of Hugh Freeze not wanting to pay players.
Not wanting to participate in NIL.
Yeah. He's gonna make do with Peyton Thorne.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Very bold strategy.
So, so twisters. I think I just got another alert that we're under tornado watch until 3 a.m., which, the sky's cleared up. So, I don't know.
That's not good.
Well, watch and warnings, that's two different things.
Yeah.
When I was working at WSMV in Nashville, there was one night where they started talking about, because everybody knows about watch and warning, and that makes sense and everything's going on. But they mentioned tornado emergency, which is one thing past a tornado warning. Is well, no, you're adding stuff now. A warning is good enough. We get
tornado emergency means if you hear this, you're not going to hear it for long because you're about to get Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. Now they go from watch to warning to PDS situation, which is particularly dangerous situation, to tornado emergency.
Yeah, it's don't add steps. Watch and warning's fine. If you hear warning, we had gotten to the point where if you hear warning, just go to your safe space. If you just handle that, go to your space stay. Now that's 3 steps away from really bad.
You hear warning, you're just hey, listen, say PDS. and then then we'll tell you to go to your safe space.
You got a whole bunch of people like me and Corey and Tom looking at the window trying to see the tornado at that point.
Yeah.
Whenever they need people to be in the stairwell, they're like that California girl sobbing. And that's what they want to happen with the tornado warning. But what they've made happen is what's like me, Tom, and Corey looking out the windows like, y'all see it? No.
This is
No.
we were genuinely disappointed. We're like,
we're all gonna live.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Even the one crying over there.
I will say this, and I will be honest about this right here. I will take hurricane season in Florida 100 times more than tornado season in Tennessee.
or tornado season in Texas. Or
Tennessee.
Nebraska.
I'm not even talking about Oklahoma and Kansas and northern Texas and all that. I'm talking about just Tennessee. What goes on there? Hurricane season in Florida is better than that.
Okay, you're going to have to explain.
Hurricane season is like I got hit by Hurricane Ian. It went the eye of that storm went 10 miles from my house.
Oh, wow.
By the time it went over, it was still a Category 1 hurricane. Now, hurricanes where I live don't necessarily happen. And Ian was a Cat 5, and by the time it got to me, it was a Cat 1. So it's not the same thing. But I don't live in the storm surge area, so I don't have to worry about it. And unless hurricanes come in directly across from Orlando or hit Tampa and come straight in, I do not have to evacuate. I live in the hurricane evacuation route. In Tennessee, they're under tornado warning seemingly every weekend for 4 months.
Yeah.
And it's like buying a lottery ticket to make sure if all of your stuff's going to be disappeared. It's like dating a crazy woman.
That's why you got to move to Bellevue, where it's almost a guarantee.
Yeah,
that your stuff won't be destroyed.
But it's almost a guarantee, but there's always the chance that the hurricane skips over those hills and all of a sudden it blows up Bellevue.
It'd be nice if a hurricane skipped over the hills, but yeah, I was in Naples one year where I forget which hurricane it was that came through like 3 years ago. It like destroyed it really hit Tampa really hard. We got like the outskirts of it. And I remember being in Naples. I had like the worst stomach virus. So I was like down for the count. It was like going crazy outside. And I was just like, down for the count. But I remember that it wasn't terrible.
The only thing about a hurricane that's different than a tornado is you'll start feeling it at 10 in the morning and the hurricane will not get there until 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a marathon. A tornado can be like a 2-hour period to where the front comes through, but a hurricane's more of a marathon type deal. That's the only thing.
Yeah, that's true.
And yes, we're getting NCAA 25 War Eagle, and we are going to have a group on the Locked On Ole Miss Discord and the SEC After Dark Discord to where we can all have a community in NCAA 2025.
If they would allow us to play it on Xbox One, I would get it in a heartbeat. So, Steve, if you can somehow get us a sponsorship from GameStop that will allow us to get a free Xbox One new generation.
Yeah, I need one.
I'm game.
Mm-hmm.
So me and Jeb will do with that. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't have the new system yet.
Steve's got an Xbox. I got a PlayStation. We'll handle it.
See, the issue I have is I had the old systems. I have pretty much every old system known to man, but I like playing the games that's on there that's not in the Xbox or PlayStation stores. So I don't really want to get rid of those systems because I'll have the games. I'm in a predicament here.
Yeah, I get that actually. If it's not backwards compatible, then
no. They said it was going to be. Thanks, PlayStation and Xbox, but none all your games are.
That's weird.
Yeah, no, it's almost like they want you to buy them all over again.
Yeah,
I do miss some old games. So
I'm trying to figure out who this.
I think that's the reason they're being brave.
I'm trying to figure out who this Weagle 10 is because I think I know him.
Well, he's got this. Judging by the last name, odds are.
Yeah.
Oh, think that might stand for something. I don't know.
Yeah. Is Gerald Thomas a cousin of Jake?
No, that's my dad, actually. Yeah. So this is my nephew. I think his name's Kason.
Okay.
He's the only Auburn fan in the family besides my sister.
Okay. There's always one.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Whoa, Eagle, baby. Whoa, Eagle.
We have a Mississippi State fan in my family, and it's not good.
Is that bad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I mean, we're trying to defeat poverty, and then you just become a Mississippi State fan.
Ain't good, folks.
It's like, hey, I'm poor. I ain't got time.
If it makes you feel any better, there are several Alabama fans in my family because Beechams are known for bandwagoning.
Mm-hmm.
And the Beechams are the Beechams are from Alabama too. Let's not leave that out. I mean, they're Iron City.
Yeah, we're all Southern Alabama or Southern Tennessee, Northern Alabama. That line right there.
Yeah.
We just dance around it.
Michael, didn't LSU launder money through a children's hospital? I thought Brett Favre did that.
No. Brett Favre is the one that stole from welfare.
Oh, okay.
LSU
So many
did
scandals.
steal
What
from a children's cancer hospital. Yes.
Yeah.
So sick cancer kids use that to buy football players. Once that dries up, all of a sudden you are against NIL, and I guess that makes sense.
Terrible.
Man, that's terrible. Terrible.
Terrible.
Man, that's terrible. Kenny, you a knucklehead.
Oh, which by the way, have they announced who's got the NBA contract?
I haven't heard. That would have made big news.
Yeah.
You would think.
Apparently, Charles Barkley has an opt-out with Turner to go to whoever does that. So if TNT or Turner does not get the NBA contract, he's going to opt out. And I need Charles Barkley like I need air to go to NBC so that in the Winter Olympics he can call curling.
Oh my God!
I need that like I need air.
That would be amazing.
You think they'll put him on Olympic coverage?
They put everybody on Olympic.
I expect it.
Oh my! But Charles Barkley calling curling. Oh my goodness!
That's
Hey,
horrible. I love it.
Hey Bob, Bob Costas, you crazy, you terrible, man. These curlers, man, they the best in the world, man. They killing me, man. I got to work on my Barkley.
Oh, he thought he could do that. He's a knucklehead. That's terrible, man.
Terrible.
Terrible.
I love when him and Shaq get into it.
It's like every episode.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Like Charles Barkley and Shaq calling curling.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. I would probably record that and watch that in random Aprils for the next years.
Hey, this guy had some good technique here. I really loved his brush technique. Shaq, you crazy, man.
Yeah.
You need to go to Galveston with all them big bone girls, man.
And then Shaq getting a bottle of water. The bottle of water is about like that, and he makes it look about like that. With huge hands.
And then Shaq talks Barkley into a sexual innuendo, and just everyone cracks up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it would be the greatest curling coverage. It would be the kind of stuff that we talk about for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do you remember when Charles Barkley and Shaq called curling in the 2026 Olympics?
Absolutely.
Well, you wouldn't know it because they'd just be making fun of each other the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all that is. I mean, we understand that, hey, most stones towards the middle. Once you understand what's going on, they can put that on the screen and you can just have them talking over. Oh, it would be fantastic.
Shaq, remember that time I dunked on you? Now listen, when they're down there pounding each other, wait, what? Charles Barkley always saying something like, "You're like pause.
I need it like I need air.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve, I don't know how much the Olympics will do at my house or your house, but I want to come sit in the pool and watch that. I would laugh myself till I peed your pool.
Oh gosh, good thing Corey's in there.
One thing I'm going to do,
you don't just pee the pool just regularly.
Up to this point, I have been very good about not doing that, but there have been some close calls.
We're going to put it out that the pool has dye in it to where if you pee in the pool, it'll turn blue. To the little kids, my
brother's bringing his kids down. Yeah,
and we want that to get out, and we're going to go behind the brother-in-law, and we're going to put some blue food coloring in the water. And that should doubly accomplish everything right there. It should shame the brother-in-law to where that happens, and the kids are going to see that and they'd be scared to death.
Hopefully he's not watching this.
So you don't want him to come swimming at your house.
No, we want the kids to have fun. And laugh at their dad.
I think
and be scared to pee.
Regal has the question. He's talking about an Auburn representative, and SEC After Dark is going nowhere. This format's going to change because this is way too much fun, honestly. Yeah. But I do foresee like the SEC, it was having an LSU After Dark, a Tennessee After Dark, a Georgia After Dark, an Alabama After Dark. The problem is, I don't have the time to do that myself. That would take a good bit of effort. But I am trying to think of ways to take this After Dark channel and take it to the next level, because I do think that there's a ton of money that we're leaving on the table with this After Dark brand.
I can't sell a damn thing.
I don't think we need salespeople. I think we need content people right now, and then we'll sales people.
Well, we need both. We need somebody that can sell ketchup to somebody in white gloves to sell our channel and be like, hey, you should listen to these four stooges talking about sports.
Yeah, and it's not just going to be sports. I am serious about I want this After Dark channel to be different.
Yes.
And I do want it to cover sports, and I want us to talk about sports because honestly, it's awesome. But I think the commentaries and the reviews need to happen. I have an idea for something else that I'm going to tell the guys about after the show. That might take a little bit of time for us to develop. But
it's going to be Jake reading novels.
Oh my God! I rather just retire.
Fireside. So the first one, Jake, I hate to break it to you, it's Moby Dick.
If it were to work out, it would completely change our channel.
My name's not Moby.
Our whole channel would be completely different.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you just said the last 3 minutes.
There you go. You're going to have to wait until the end of the show now, because I'm not going to say it again.
One thing about changing the complexion of our show, I was too busy laughing at my Moby Dick joke.
Yeah.
I'm in third grade.
Yeah. So if you want to add like different things on this network, I'm fixing to start another podcast, me and my buddy, and it's going to be about the paranormal. So I'm sure people will probably tune in for that.
Steve's paranormal.
Listen to this. If you want to do it, our brand is After Dark. Exactly. Paranormal After Dark. That fits the brand.
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that we need to lean into the After Dark brand.
I agree.
Storm chasing after dark.
Yeah.
Jake, let's do it, man.
Yeah. Cass, let's get on the road.
All right, Cassie, saddle up. Let's roll.
By the way,
get your 1984
next week.
Yeah.
Sorry.
SEC in the dark.
SEC in the dark. Yeah.
Let's just do that. Turn off the lights.
No, it's still too much light in here.
Do this and just just hard to find time to start one.
Weagle,
It's after dark, so like just start it after dark.
Mhm.
Hey, I'm telling you, I've got an idea that's kind of similar to USA Up All Night.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, the good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting Gilbert Gottfried?
No.
Yes. I knew we were going to take it to the next level.
No, y'all.
Can I do Tales from the Crypt?
You would have to do a show.
Oh yeah.
We're lucky
I'll
to get
start
you
with
here.
that movie right there. I don't know what I just pointed at.
Yeah, we'll
We'll never know, Jeb. We'll never know.
the Rutherford County Jail.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be gone for the next few weeks, but I'll be on the show, but not here in this opulence.
You're gonna be Ole Mills, ain't you?
Yep. Yep.
Rick and Bonnie knows what's up.
Ron DeShear.
Word is y'all are replacing.
Oh wow. Yeah, they retiring down here in Alabama this year. So
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Jake, got an assignment for you.
Shoot.
I do not want to do anything terrestrial. It's a dead medium.
What does that even mean? I don't even know what terrestrial means.
Radio station.
Okay, I got you.
oh.
When you
I
turn
thought
on
you meant like on Earth, like alien stuff.
Astro- yeah, what?
Yeah, shows that are locked into an individual location that you have to go into work. That's a dead medium.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
It's true.
That's why they're retiring.
yeah,
they're just retired to the internet.
yeah. You need to be a little bit different.
Jeb, you can Google them if you'd like.
Oh, excellent.
No, and that different we are going to be. And so if we ever decide to make After Dark our own deal, which I think if we're going to make the After Dark channel our own deal, we need to get an RSS feed and get our own podcast feed going as well. Disassociate with Bleav, which I think I've pretty much done because there's no Bleav stuff here. But
other than Bet Online, that's about it.
Yeah, and that's just me reading it so that they get the word out. But yeah, I think we make our own, blaze our own path here.
Mm-hmm.
We just need like in all seriousness, we just need somebody that is like a channel manager almost, like somebody that's going to just kind of take the off the scene stuff.
Yeah. The problem that I have is I can't let Locked On Ole Miss go down because I've finally got it to the point where I'm making $70,000 to $80,000 a year on that. And I'm not going to let that get down. But I think that, like I said, this channel is the one that is very much
this could potentially equal that. Like the potential that this has if we collectively build some things and build the channel. This show obviously is the centerpiece of the channel. Locked On SEC After Dark. That would have to be a Locked On specialty show that they can say, hey, we're just going to have like an ensemble cast of shows to say, as like Monday is this, Tuesday is this, Wednesday is us, Thursday, Friday. So like they would have to be cool with that. And they probably
after Dark should be
After
like
Dark.
Locked On.
Mm-hmm.
It should be Ole Miss After Dark. There should be Tennessee After Dark. There should be Alabama After Dark. That where you have SEC After Dark. You can branch out and do some other stuff after dark, you know.
Yeah, I think we, since Locked On and Bleav has the like individual sports things, we need to branch out and have like a more of like an entertainment, movies, television thing.
That's fine, but there also needs to be a hook that gets people there
and we focus on that, and then we kind of build I don't know. We kind of Like
we're sitting here like brainstorming on the air for
we're having a
everybody
company meeting in
to
the middle.
Right. Yeah.
welcome
Yeah.
to our
Kind of
meeting.
fun.
Welcome to Off the Rails.
Yeah.
Take your notes. But we just need to find that unique niche. And
Yeah.
I think if we get to a point to where we can start seeing a little bit of revenue, yeah, I'll move Georgia Dawgs over here. Dogs After Dark will be a new show. And it'll be Israel and I, or me with Israel guest spotting. And then we could finally have Tie Talk Live has its affiliation, network affiliation.
After dark.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Steve, I guess you'll just have to run all your Ole Miss stuff through this show, because unless you want to do Rebs After Dark and have your bonus content, just go full in on Ole Miss and compete with yourself. So you could have number 1 and number 2 in the market.
See, that's the you don't compete. You let them compete, because them competing means that there's a ceiling to where they can hit. If you don't compete, you can blow that away.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, What I meant to say is Rebs After Dark, you have the top 2 Ole Miss podcasts in the Ole Miss podcast land. And it's really just like that same audience just kind of grows, and there's just kind of engulfs your 2 shows there.
Yeah, I would probably on this one at least want a partner just to play off of, because I don't want to have 2 separate shows, and I also don't want to do the same show twice.
That's
you could honestly, you could probably make it your interview channel, since you're getting interviews now.
But no, I need the views over there, because I'm at the point now. Literally, I think it was last month, I got a paycheck for $9,000. And it's like, I am not going to mess with that.
Jesus.
Yeah. I am not going to mess with that. So I'm thinking about how I can increase over here on top of doing what I'm doing over there. That's the reason I think I need help. And I can obviously help out over here. And we have Derek, and Derek does a good job.
We need more than Derek, though. We need
right.
Yeah.
We just need somebody to, as we continue to build content, we need somebody to.
I'm telling you, after we get off the air, I'm not going to tell everybody out there in the internet land there that I do want to tell you what I'm working on right now.
So here's what we're going to do. We're all going to go to 104.5 The Zone, and we're going to.
Yeah. No, we ain't going to be no radio. Remember,
we're going to be called 3 Hour Breakfast.
Rick and Bonnie asked a question, because I know we can't really do this, but how do you get access to things like videos? You have to go actually make a deal. Yeah. Okay. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
What?
That's so basically nobody really gets it.
Yeah. Like we could put videos on SEC games to where we're not worried about them putting out a conflict notice or something like that. It would cost probably $100,000 to $150,000 for the year to get access for the SEC. I think cover that. I think that's what it was. Yahoo.
Steve's a couple hundred subscribers away from being able to get us that access.
Yeah, really.
That's a lot of money.
That's what you get for all that bragging, man. Now you're the money man.
Oh, yeah, I am in.
He's earned it.
Yeah.
Moneybag Yo is actually Stephen Willis.
Jeb, you went out with me last Friday. You know I'm the money man.
It's true.
I know what Steve is talking about.
I spent too much. I don't understand how you did. Good Lord.
So
think about it.
But yeah, it's interesting. Like I do think that this channel has a chance to make a good bit of money, and I think we can do it. I just want to be an owner of this channel and not a manager of this channel.
Right.
We need a manager. We're the owners.
Yeah, we need somebody to come do something. Like I said, I've got ideas. Lord knows I had ideas. Tornado confirmed in downtown Huntsville, by the way. So if you're in Huntsville, please find your safe space right now.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's a situation. We're going to have a lot of fun. And once we get into football season, like I said, football season's our wheelhouse. We have a good time on this channel during football season.
Picks.
Picks.
Yeah.
There will be no Becky on picks this year, by the way.
I know we just found that out. Yeah.
Don't drop that on him just yet.
Wow. Sorry, Michael.
Becky wants to go to bed at 9:00 apparently.
We just had
Becky.
a nice day Saturday in the pool. She just comes out and drops a bomb.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, what is going on?
I mean, she can still do the pitch. She just have to be part of it.
She finished last one time. If she would have won last year, she would still be doing picks. Let's just be honest.
Becky, don't be soft.
She had my record last year. She'd be doing them.
Oh, I didn't know you was a millennial. There's one that's soft.
Becky.
She kind of is a millennial. She's right there on the cusp.
Yeah,
that explains it.
How old is Becky? What year was Becky born?
81.
Yeah.
So she's 2 years older than me.
She would be considered like the top of the millennials, just about.
So she is D-Generation X.
Yeah.
Which is that gap. I'm in the gap too.
Zennial or something like that. Yeah.
Zennial. Yeah, I'm in the Zennial. I'm in the gap.
Yeah, they try and pull me into that Zennial thing. I'm like, I'm Gen X, but then technically 79, you're Zennial. I don't know.
D-Generation X.
I am Generation X.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeb, do you just walk into every room doing this?
Yeah.
I used to.
Yeah.
You know, the funny
Shawn
thing
Michaels
is,
was in there. I loved him.
Yeah. They said Generation X, the only generation that was 30 years old whenever they were 10 years old, and they're 30 years old when they're 50 years old now.
Yeah.
Is that kind of like your Joe Milton joke? I love it. You find a way to Joe Milton every joke.
Oh, it's amazing.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got your hands full next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
No pressure, Cassidy.
You know, and I'm going to be honest, until once football season gets close, we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
I think Becky was just upset because she last year tried to take it too seriously, and it backfired a little bit just because, like it always does.
Your greatest is when you like Pumpkin Spice Brigade, and then you actually beat all of our asses in picks.
Yeah, the Pumpkin Spice Brigade is
that was
fantastic,
spot on. She needed to stick with that instead of trying to get serious about it.
Yeah. It was one of those things because she got nearly every question. She Lane Kiffined herself to where she went forward on fourth down so many times and got all of them and got like 10 out of 12. And she tried to be serious the rest of the year.
Yeah.
False, Cassidy. False. I did not finish last.
Fake news.
Second to last.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. You're trying to get this conspiracy. It's not good. It's very, very damaging to my picks ego. I finished almost first the year before, and
almost meaning fourth.
The year before, I did finish first actually.
I don't remember the exact order. It was Jeb at 1, and then everybody else was somewhere. I don't know.
Jeb, Steve, me, Corey, Cassidy, then me.
Jeb, you're in the crosshairs.
Then 50 feet of crap, and then Becky.
Oh man.
Terrible.
Becky will win in the aggregate. Wait.
She
doesn't
right? Want to come back. I don't understand it.
Oh. We're still gonna run them though. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's a second. Everyone knows their sorrows.
Those were some fun times.
Oh yeah.
What is Becky going to pick? She's going to pick being soft and not picking.
Whoa.
Real men of genius. That's us.
They've got better Christians.
All right, Corey. 2 minutes.
Okay, it's official now. 2 minutes.
Yep.
All right. So, in anticipation, I might go 45 seconds here because I'm eager to hear what Steve has to say. So, thank you for listening to SEC After Dark. Stay tuned for the rapid growth of the SEC Dark or the After Dark channel, which houses SEC After Dark and all of our other things on the horizons. In the meantime, catch Jake Thomas on Tide Talk Live. Him and Stacey do a tremendous job over there at Jake Thomas. Tremendous at Jake Thomas TTS on the old X. And then Jeb Beecham, whenever we finally get things going, he's a member of D-Generation X, the lost member of D-Generation X. So make sure you catch him. Well, you have to catch him right here for now. Stephen Willis is everywhere. When it comes to Ole Miss, he's truly an everydayer. And he's like multiple times a day. Like if there's something to be said about Ole Miss, Steve has probably already said it, so you're too late. But he is at Locked On Ole Miss, just absolutely crushing it. I think I think in about a month or so, we can afford the SEC. We'll be able to afford right here the SEC licensing because he's like maybe 30 subscribers away from that. So make sure you subscribe to his channel.
You'll get that tomorrow.
You can also see me everywhere, but with Steve, it's like this. With me, it's like this. I cover both ends of the spectrum when it comes to SEC football, the Georgia Dawgs, Bleav In Georgia Dawgs, and Locked On Vandy. So I got first and last in the SEC, crushing it on both. You can catch me there at Bleav In Dawgs, at Locked On Vandy, at Coach Burton 36 is my personal X account, at Coach Corey Burton on Instagram. So make sure you follow all of those. Make sure you subscribe to all of my channels, all 30 of them. And but anyway, for us here at SEC After Dark, Jake Thomas, Jeb Beecham, Stephen Willis, if you are in the Southeast, be careful, be safe, get to your safe space when you need to get to your safe space. Don't be like Steve and I and stare out the window and try to find the tornado. Find your ass in a safe space. With that, we are gone, and we'll see you back here next week. Peace. Go Dogs, anchor down. Go Dogs and anchor down.
Go Vols.
Roll Tide.